You know, when the WHA and NHL merged after the 78-79 season, there was remnants of the WHA that showed up in the NHL before the merge, and remnants that lived on a few years later. Here's an explanation. Now, Ulf Nilsson and Anders Hedberg had left the Winnipeg Jets, where their line mate was Bobby Hull, to skate with the New York Rangers. They helped the Rangers to the 1979 Stanley Cup Finals, only to lose to Montreal in 5 games, while Nilsson was mostly injured for the playoffs. Now, their line mate had played in the 79-80 season after being traded by the Jets to the Hartford Whalers, and he ended up playing with Davey Keon and the Howes, including Gordy, in their playoff run where he lost to Montreal in the first round. Now, Bobby Hull was still on the mind of a lot of people. At age, when he retired, I think he was 40 or 41, a lot of people thought he could still play. Now, when Herb Brooks became head coach of the New York Rangers, it always had it in the back of his mind that maybe he might approach Bobby Hull to make a comeback to see if he can put the magic of the Nilsson-Hedberg Hull line back together. Now, in September 1981, Hull had made a response. He had made public comments that he might consider a comeback. He was given an opportunity to play with Nilsson-Hedberg yet again. And that month, Hull attempted one final comeback with the Rangers at age 42. Again, Herb Brooks made a suggestion, who again wanted him to put the big line together for one more shot. Now, the comeback attempt wasn't a total failure. It lasted 5 exhibition games, and he had played 1 game against a Finnish touring squad, during which Hull had 1 goal and 1 assist, before he and the Rangers both decided it was best to end the comeback. Now, this wasn't the first time he had played with the Rangers. And you're saying to yourself, Jeffrey, what are you talking about? Wasn't he a Chicago prospect? Yes, he was. But the first time that Hull played with the Rangers, it was part of an exhibition tour with the Blue and White in 1959. Now, after missing the playoffs the previous spring, the Rangers and the Bruins had been sent on an exhibition tour of Europe, and then emerging stars Bobby Hull and, of all people, Eddie Shack, were added to the Rangers roster for the tour. Hull and Shack co-led the Rangers in scoring, each netting 14 goals over the 23-game tour. Now, when we heard rumors that Bobby Hull was being considered, some people thought it was a joke. Some people remembered his great affection for the Rangers over the years. I know by the 1981-82 season, they had a lot of prospects they were looking at, and Bobby, being as old and dedicated as he was, could have been made that team. And I tell you why. The Rangers in that campaign had a diverse lineup. You had Mike Rogers, Ron Duguay, Mark Pavlich, Eddie Johnstone, Dan Maloney, Dave Maloney, Barry Beck. Now, he figured he could put the line back together. But that year, of course, Anders Hedberg only played a few games, and Ulf Nilsson, who basically was a non-factor by that season. Now, it's too bad, because I think what the biggest problem was, not say that Hull was fully over the hill, but it was going to be a tough go. Tough goal for him to be what he called the same type of player he was with these two buddies, as we used to call it. Now, the 81-82 season, for the majority of the year, Nilsson was in Springfield. He only played in 2 games. If I'm not mistaken, he was injured, had a serious injury during the Canada Cup in 81, which again caused him to miss the season. So the situation, unfortunately, was the end of his career, and it's too bad, because who knows what he would have done if Nilsson wasn't injured and Hedberg. You know, it only worked together, and if I'm not mistaken, they were one of the few lines to have 150 goals combined on a modern era squad. Like I said, in the 70s and 80s, I don't think any other player in the minor leagues or pro leagues up until that time, besides the LaFleur line, had that totals. But what could have been? But for New York Rangers fans, they're very affectionate towards Bobby Hull, because who would have thought? Not once, but twice. And if you see the pictures with I'm posting here, but him in his number 9 uniform, he looked pretty cute. Have a good day. Bye.